Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. In this cooking basics video, I'm going to show you how to cook oatmeal on the stovetop. Really easy to do, simple ingredients. If I can do it, you can do it. Let's get started. Down below in the description box, you'll find a list of the ingredients and the amounts. So I have 1 cup of milk, a half cup of old-fashioned oats, a couple tablespoons of brown sugar, but you can use any sweetener. It doesn't have to be brown sugar. You can use honey. You can use something like stevia. So again, it doesn't have to be sugar. And the amount is up to you. It depends on how sweet you want your oatmeal. And then I have about a 1/4 cup of berries. I'm using blueberries. I love blueberries. And you could leave the berries out. You could use raisins if you want, a completely different fruit. About a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And about a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I love cinnamon in my oatmeal. All right, let's head over to the stovetop. I have the heat set to medium heat. I got my small pot here. I'm gonna pour in that 1 cup of milk. And we just want to let this milk come to a boil. It'll take 4 to 5 minutes for this amount of milk to come to a boil. And instead of milk, you can use water or like almond milk. It doesn't have to be milk. And then once your liquid, your milk, water, or almond milk comes to a boil, let's add in those 1/2 cup of old-fashioned oats. And then we're gonna cook these for about 5 minutes or so until it thickens up. And we are going to be stirring occasionally here. And you definitely want to keep an eye on it. Don't just walk away, because especially if you're using milk, it has a tendency to kind of boil up really high. And if you're not using a big enough pot, it'll just boil over and cause a big mess. All right, after about 5 minutes, you can leave it like this. Depends on how runny you like your oatmeal. I don't like it as runny. I like it more on the thick side. So I'm gonna let it go another couple minutes here just to reduce a bit more and thicken up a little bit more before I add the rest of the ingredients. And you definitely want to keep stirring so it doesn't burn on the bottom. And then when it's thick like this, I'm going to add in my brown sugar and my cinnamon and my salt. You also can add that salt in at the very beginning with the milk. And there we go, looking fantastic. That's like the consistency that I love, just like that. And then I'm going to put in those blueberries. And I'm just going to fold those in. And remove it from the heat because it is done. And then I am going to just scoop it over into this serving bowl. And this makes 1 serving, 1.5 to 2 servings, depending on how much oatmeal you want to eat. So if you want to make more than this, you'll just have to double or triple the recipe, depending on how many people you want to feed. And there you go. That is how I cook oatmeal on the stovetop. Super easy to do. Hope you enjoyed this cooking basics video. Once again, I am Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thumbs up, down in the corner, press it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into this. So yeah. Mmm.